I'm Matt with the etrailer, and today we're going to be talking about the Konig Easy Fit tire chains on our 2023 Chevrolet Blazer. They're going to be on our front axle as what the manual recommends, but if your manual recommends something else, I'd go by that. And our tire size today is going to be 235/65 R18. Now these are going to be a great set of chains if you're looking for something that's going to give you that bite through your moderate snow and ice, and you're looking for something that's going to be easy to put on. Or if you do have issues getting on the ground and tightening everything up, this is going to have a built-in tightening mechanism to help make that a lot easier. Now let's take a closer look at these links. So these links we have on here are going to be constructed from a nickel alloy, and they're going to be pretty tough, a lot tougher than any of your standard carbon steel, and they're going to have this square link design to them. That square link design is what is going to give you that bite through the snow and ice. Now they are going to sit pretty low to your vehicle, that's your Class S compatible, but since they do have that square link design, that's still going to be able to give you that bite through snow and ice. We're also going to have this diamond pattern to our chains, and that diamond pattern is going to help give you more traction for when you're making turns, as opposed to any ladder patterns that help give you traction when driving forward. And next to that, we're going to have these coated links, and since they are coated, they're going to be a lot easier to grab when it is cold outside, so they won't be as cold as your standard metal links. And when they do make contact, or if they do make contact with your rim, they're going to be less likely to scratch it up. And then we're going to have that self-tensioning feature, which is the main attraction of these chains. It's pretty large, and what's nice about it is we have this pedal right here, and to tighten everything down, you can actually just step on it and push down. It'll cinch everything in together. And then as you drive, it'll help tighten everything down even further with the help of these straps right here. Now we're going to have this pretty quality bag here. It's going to be very sturdy and easy to put your chains in here. And one of the main attractions to it is when you do open it up, it is made for in use. So when I'm putting on these chains, I can actually just kneel down on this instead of having to kneel on the snow, and actually reference my instructions at the same time too. So you don't have to worry about carrying around some paper instructions and getting that wet. Overall, this is going to be a solid set of chains if you're looking for something that's going to be really easy to put on, especially with that step assist. It's going to make putting these on really easy. Now if you're looking for something that also has a self-tensioner on it, that's the same brand, I'd actually recommend the Konig self-tensioning tire chains. Those are going to be a step below this, but really easy to get on here too. Don't have to get on the ground either, like the same with these ones. The only difference is you're just not going to have that step. So if you're just looking for something at a lower price point, I'd direct you to that. But if you're looking at these ones, because it does have that step to make things easier, then I'd go with this one. As for the installation, it's pretty straightforward, but if you need a hand with that, just stay tuned and we'll show you how to do that. Now to start off the installation, I always recommend two things. Make sure you got some gloves, which are going to make handling them a lot easier. And make sure you're doing it for the first time, maybe in your garage or in an environment that's going to be relatively flat and not wet. You don't want to learn how to put on tire chains for the first time on the side of the road or in a blizzard. But once you got your chains, just kind of go over them again. Make sure there's no damages to your links and nothing's twisted up. And when these look good, we just got to pick it up by this black cord on the back side. And we're just going to line it up with our tire, putting this top half on, just halfway. And then we're going to have this red cord at the bottom, and we want to get that underneath and past our tire. Now sometimes that can be a little tricky, especially if you're on like a bumpy road or a lot of gravel, but on a lot of smooth surfaces they go on pretty easy. You're just going to have to shimmy it a little bit. Make sure you're kind of pushing everything on there. And when that black cord is behind your tire, you can come back down here and try to get this cord around there the rest of the way. sometimes I like to try to just shake the tire a little bit, get that cord the rest of the way through. And when it's at this point, I just like to do some last minute adjustments. And once I have everything in the right spot that I want it to be in, then I can tighten it down the rest of the way using this pedal. And you can just kind of push down on it. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit tough. So that's why just standing up and just pushing down on it with your foot is going to be a lot easier. You'll hear it click into place, letting you know it's cinched down completely. And in some cases, it might still be a little bit loose. And you're really going to get this to tighten down the rest of the way. When you kind of just pull up a little bit or back up some, then it's going to cinch down the rest of the way. But when you got this side on here, then you can repeat that same process on the other side. If you liked everything you saw today, that was just a look at the installation and some of the features of the Konig Easy Fit tire chains on our 2023 Chevrolet Blazer.